Good morning this Tuesday, the 15th of July. I'm Grady Wolf, Senior Market Analyst with Bell Direct. Wall Street closed higher to start the new trading week in the green despite President Trump's latest tariff threats over the weekend. The S&P 500 rose 0.14%, the Nasdaq added 0.27%, and the Dow Jones ended the day up 0.2%. Investors will gauge the first hit of tariffs on the region's inflation this week when the latest US inflation reading is out later in the week. In Europe, overnight markets closed mostly lower despite the UK finishing at a record high. It's been a bright spot recently in the European region. The STOXX 600 fell 0.06%, Germany's DAX lost 0.4%, the French CAC fell 0.27%, but in the UK the FTSE 100 ended the day up 0.64% to a fresh record high. Across the Asia region on Monday, markets closed mixed as Bitcoin hit a fresh record high while cautious investors assess the latest Trump tariff threats. Hong Kong's Seng added 0.26%, China's CSI index ended flat, Japan's Nikkei lost 0.2%, and South Korea's Kospi index ended the day up 0.83%. The latest slew of China's economic data came out yesterday and is out later this week, and we had the first glimpse with coal imports falling to the lowest level in more than 2 years in June, amid weak demand and higher domestic production. China's steel exports, on the other hand, leapt to a record in Q2, reaching 30.7 million tonnes, up 11% from last year. The surge defied expectations, driven by strong demand and despite trade restrictions across Asia and Europe. The first half also total rose by 9%. China's trade balance for June showed exports jumped 5.8%, which topped expectations and showed an increase of 1% month on month, while imports rose 1.1%, below expectations but above the minus 3.4% reported a month earlier, leading to the trade surplus rising to 114 billion won, which topped expectations. Another round of tariffs, another spike in investor uncertainty, sparking a fleet of safe haven investments across the board yesterday locally. The ASX 200 posted a 0.11% loss to start the new trading week lower after seesawing all day. Energy and materials stocks closed with gains over 0.5%, while industrials and discretionary stocks were hit the hardest yesterday to start the new trading week. Gold miners were all the rage for investors to start the new week amid heightened volatility brought on by renewed tariff uncertainty. Northern Star Resources rose 1.72%, Evolution Mining added 1.88%, and Ramelius Resources ended the day up over 3.4%. Counter-drone technology company Drone Shield soared another 15% yesterday after the company reported the expansion of its R&D capabilities, including a $13 million initial investment to lease and fit out a brand new 3,000 square metre production facility in Alexandria in Sydney. The most traded investments by Bell Direct clients to start the new trading week were led by BHP, Drone Shield and Andean Silver, and Beta Shares, a global defence ETF. On the commodities front this morning, oil is trading 2.28% lower at $66.89 a barrel. Gold is down 0.4% at $3,343 an ounce, and iron ore is up just 0.05% at $96.76 a tonne. The Australian dollar is weakened against the greenback to buy 65.47 US cents, 96.75 Japanese yen, 48.55 British pence, and 1 New Zealand dollar and 10 cents. Ahead of Tuesday's trading session here in Australia, the SPY futures are anticipating the ASX will open the day up 0.64%. And now let's dive into some trading ideas for your consideration today. Bell Potter has increased the 12-month price target on Paladin Energy from $6.50 to $9.20 and maintain a buy rating on the uranium producer ahead of some key catalysts coming up, including the outlook for a re-rate on the company over the coming quarters, with predicted fresh ore processing outperforming the stockpile issues that plagued FY25. And Trading Central has identified a bearish signal on PWR holdings following the formation of a pattern over a period of 15 days, which is roughly the same amount of time the share price may fall from the close of $7.55 to the range of $5.80 to $6.10, according to Standard Principles of Technical Analysis. And that's all we have time for this morning. Have a terrific Tuesday and happy investing.